We're going to talk about the quantum lens on this live. The quantum lens, the Q lens. Oh my gosh, the Q lens, the quantum lens. Zooming out, zooming back in, putting it all together after what transpired in this month of January 2021. So as people jump on, letting people get notified. Yes, I have been under that whole shadow, so to speak, the shadow banning the censorship. But here we are, and we're going to flow. We're going to connect some dots, paint some pictures for you guys, give you guys some clarity on what has transpired in the last few weeks, let alone last week from to now. Obviously, we're in a different timeline and a different awareness for so many. And one thing I do want to first touch on is what happened last Wednesday, because here's what happens. And this is a great reflection for the collective, for myself, for maybe you watching, for someone watching it right now, is we woke up and realized that not everything happens as we want it to happen, right? Now, starting with me, of course, I wanted something to happen Wednesday. Who wouldn't? I was tired of waiting for certain things to happen. And you have to remember and realize that it's out of our timeline. It's out of our control in terms of what we can say or do, to a point where we sometimes give our power away to those. So as some people jump on, before I dive into it, yeah, it's pretty wild. Very unfortunate what has transpired and how the notion of free speech is pretty much gone, obsolete. So the things that you guys are going to see on my page, the things you're going to see on Come Out Better now is going to be, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to teach you how to free your mind. I'm going to teach you how to free your body, your mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. I'm going to teach you how to build businesses. I'm going to teach you how to create community. I'm going to teach you how to use conscious language in the now moment. I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you how. I'm going to give you these tools. The bigger, deeper things, the zoom out lens, that's going to be found on my Telegram. So I'm going to choose to kind of move away from that because I tried it one time a few days ago and boom, no chance. And for me, I'm smart and conscious enough to know that the things that I shared and the way I shared and how I shared and the words that I use and the images that I paint, it's going to be something that can empower you. It's always something to empower you, not to take from you, not to separate from you or to think you're above or below. It's to give you these power tools, give you these call to actions, give you this awareness and insight. And if you do want those deeper truths, so to speak, that other Q lens, that will be in my Telegram as I'm posting there daily, the things that I come across, because we've just begun, my friends. We've just begun, and it's far from over. You know, people talking about, oh, nothing happened. See, I told you so. This is all a Psy-op. Oh my goodness, pause right there. Pause right there. What happened last Wednesday is a manifestation of a timeline, perhaps, of the collective not ready for certain things to be dropped, which they're already happening anyways. It's already inevitable in the phases that we are going. So a few things that we did learn last Wednesday stems from our inner child. Stems from our inner child of expectations. Putting a false expectation on a date, which again is linear, man-made construct. When you're putting it on a certain date or a timeline, going against, let's say we're in the Gregorian calendar, you're now trying to create something out of the left brain 3D mind, which is the very mind we are looking to dissolve in itself and shift to higher states of consciousness and being. So that first hiccup was manifested in the collective. Putting a false expectation, a false timeline, a false prediction, a prediction that this will all happen this day, and that's it. Again, I would love it to happen. Great. But I always remind you guys, detach, detach, detach. I say these things over and over. If you've been following my page now for some time, following my lives for some time, you'll hear the same words I'm saying over and over and over. Zoom out, detach, observe, connect some dots, zoom back in, come to a conclusion, continue to live your life, control what you can. I don't know how many of you can make arrests. I don't know how many of you can actually conduct military tribunals. If you can, shoot me a message. Love to connect with you. I can't. I can do my part in sharing information. I can do my part in sharing information and awareness that people can take and help them come out better. And that's the beauty of it. That doesn't end. That continues to keep going. This is a long-term, years after years. We're just getting started, you guys. That's why not everyone sticks around that long and they go back to their old ways of living, or they go back to turning back on mainstream media because there's no hope and lost. All right, so that's the first thing we woke up to is false assumptions of certain timelines happening based on when we want it Not when God wants it, not when Source wants it, not when it's the divine time. There's still pieces that are being moved right now. And ever since Wednesday, in fact, a lot has happened. Look how much people are starting to see how dark this stuff is. The whole 10 days of darkness. 10 days, what's a day? What's the number 10 mean? Darkness, what kind of darkness? You see, there's so many things. If you get caught in those constructs, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get let down, you're going to feel betrayed, and you're going to project out. And that's what unfolded, right? And that's totally okay. All right, when we assume things, it makes an ass out of you and me. I've assumed a lot of things in my life. I've assumed a lot of things in 2020 to happen. Did they? Yes. Did they not? Yes. Great. Life keeps going. Sun's still coming up tomorrow, right? So what I want to remind you guys is everything is going according to plan. Like, well, what plan? The plan didn't work. You guys, slow down. Slow down. Tap in and check in on your nervous system. There are so many red flags that happened last Wednesday. It's almost laughable how obvious it was. From the stuff of the Bible, stuff to the generals, to the 21 gun salute. It was complete, absolute a show. Like I always tell you, we're watching a movie. We're watching a movie because the shifts that we're making, the transitions that we're in right now in this quote unquote great awakening. Remember, we're addicted. We're addicted to dopamine. We're addicted to quick fixes. We're addicted to right now change. We're addicted to have it happen when we want, right? And then we get let down. The things that are happening and transpiring are bigger than we can even imagine. And I want to remind you guys this, wherever you're at in your life is what you can control. What you can control, what you can do. I'm going to keep this live super short and super simple and just connect a few dots and leave a few drops for you guys. Number one thing you can do is comment on this post and share it to get my algorithm back up. That would help. That's a good start. Now we're having to work against, another machine with the algorithm machine. And it's kind of hard to see, and it's deflating to see what it's gotten to in those that are cheering about it. But now you're already seeing the repercussions so far. You're seeing the repercussions of many things about censorship and so forth. So, when you attach to things, when you create assumptions about things, when you put predictions, that's why for me, you're probably never ever going to see a time or a prediction. Hoping, sure, of course. But to say this is going to happen Monday, stay away from that. That's what I'm away from that because that's linear, man-made, left brain, like I said, 3D realities. That timeline is going to be holding on. That timeline is there now. And yet ask yourself, what timeline are you living in? How are you expressing your life? Are you taking even more care of yourself right now? Are you learning how to start your own business, perhaps growing your own food or going to farmers markets, changing the water that you drink, practicing meditation, getting connected with a community? You see, those are more powerful than anything anyone can ever do on a TV screen, right? And then the whole Q drops thing, here's the thing, you guys. Q-drop was literally just to help awakening the masses. I could care less if you think it's a Psy-op or what is this and that. That's your problem. That's your reality. For me, it was seeds that could be planted in the minds of millions, which you cannot stop. You can't put someone back to sleep after they have awakened. So thanks for the Psy-op, because you just woke up millions and millions and millions of people worldwide. Thank you. Awesome. Now, what can we do about that? Well, we can do whatever we can control to do. And you can give your power back to mainstream media, which is slowly on their downfall. If you're not paying attention, you're probably maybe watching it religiously. You've not let go of it, but they're collapsing every single day as we speak. We know censorship is not sustainable. We know that some of the things that quote unquote the fake president is doing right now in a fake Oval Office. I can't not laugh, you guys. It's so obvious. It's comical. It's comical, obvious. It's almost so obvious, it's comical of what is actually transpiring. For those of you that are afraid of, whatever fears you have, ask yourself why. Ask yourself what are you truly afraid of? Is it money, health, the government? Exactly. Yeah, that's what our world has come to. America has become a joke. We're starting to see it. It's been a joke for quite some time. We're not jokes. We're divine. We're beautiful. It's a joke. This country's become a joke because it's been in the hands to manipulate and keep you feeling like a fool. And so we're breaking out of that, right? And again, if you want to keep up with all those things, join my Telegram. I post there all the time. I have a lot of great connections, a lot of great outlets and inlets, so to speak, of information. And I'm going to drop there, you know. And even those that are truly, truly deep in a sleep, they're even looking like, what is going on? Like, what? This is not real. There's no chance. Here's the thing. For those that think the quote unquote president in the Oval Square office, I don't even know what it's called, it's going to be around for 4 years, guys. Guys. It's all good. It's all good. If anything, this is kind of giving some of us a break. You know, for those that got hooked on to the whole QAnon thing, because here's the thing: once that went mainstream, I know I said it, I don't care. Once that went mainstream, that's when it lost its credibility. That's when it lost its any kind of verification of something resourceful. Because once you take it onto the mainstream, you can change one word and turn it into anything you want. And look what it became. It became a false solution, a false reality, which it was never intended to in the first place. If you've been following it for quite some time, it's literally drops to help the average person put together things that are maybe going on, which in fact, you guys, they were happening. You know, there you can cross-check drop by drop. It was happening all over the world in real time, right in unison with these drops. So that is real, you know, and claim whatever you want. I've let go of that whole attachment and notion. Whether it all happened last Wednesday or not, I'm still sending the same message. We're still going through an awakening, and it's not a one-year thing. Sure, it probably started in 2020. It's going to keep going. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. It's waves and waves and waves, and I'll say it over and over and over and over again. If you attach to a certain wave, it's up to you. Ask yourself, are you attached to certain things in life? If you assume a certain wave will happen, that assumption is on you. Ask yourself about the assumption of certain life. You know, these are inner child things that we are collectively purging, and it is part of this divine movie. We are watching a movie. You guys are getting it now, what I'm saying over and over. We're co-creators of our movie. We're actors in our movie. We're directors in our movie. We're watching our own movie, and we're watching another movie. And now it's starting to pour and rain. And now we had hail all day today, right? So it truly is powerful. It's pushed more and more energy now to the surface where these things are just pretty much, they're rattling, they're shaking. It's like an old creaky building ready to collapse. That's what the White House has become. That's what DC always has been and always will be. It's a nasty swamp. It's not even a part of this country. Did you guys know that? DC is not even part of this country. It's foreign land, just like the Vatican is in Italy, just like the banking is in London. Waking up to it. It doesn't happen overnight. Just like when you want to lose 30 pounds, it does not happen overnight, right? Sure, are there arrests happening? Absolutely. Hundreds of arrests are happening today. Oh, prove it. That's not my job. Go look. That's your problem. Go look. Go research it yourself. Take some time out of your everyday life from scrolling and go look yourself. It's there. You see, the thing is, people don't want to do that. And now they feel let down, so they're going to bash others for doing that. And that's okay. It's all good. Call them crazy. You live in a different world. You live in the same world, different reality, because we're multidimensional beings. And I haven't really shared about that with you guys. So not to veer too off track, because I could sit here and write down every single thing that happened in the last 4 or 5 days since Wednesday. And it's irrefutable. It's irrefutable how much this is, pretty comical, so to speak. And it's getting that obvious. For some, for others, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. And that's where, like I said, for you guys watching this, where you come in and you comfort people. You give people that safe space to express their feelings. A lot of people, is this all a fake? I knew it wasn't the Savior. Who said it was? The media? How many times does the whole Q thing ever mention that word with starts with the T? Very few to none. This is bigger than that. This is way bigger than what you saw happen last Wednesday. Remember, that's just a little movie. It's a little facade of both left and right sides. Bigger than that. Bigger. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. And when you zoom out some more, if you guys didn't see that last little video I posted the other day, when you zoom out so far, you zoom right back into here, because this is where it's all happening. It's all happening in your mind. It's all happening in the mind. That's it. I'm an expression of your mind. What you hear from me and see in me is in fact a reflection within you. The way you interpret information outside of yourself is the way you interpret information inside of yourself. The thing is, a lot of us are disconnected from source within. So we're disconnected from our source of information without. That's why we need proof. Well, when you're connected with source within and God within, there is no proof needed, you know. Do you guys get it? So when you're questioning things without or triggered or upset outside, well, there's that lack of connection of source within. So we look for a power source. We look for a place to plug in our phone. Yet we've never plugged in ourselves. And that's okay. We're never taught it. And that's my passion. My commitment is to teach you how to rise from these ashes that we just fell to. We've hit the bottom of the cellar. To know that how many people in this country know what kind of a person this quote unquote fake president is, and his background and his history and the things he said and done. And plus, along with that whole list of other things, oh boy, right? They're in for an awakening, and it gets that low. It's the slingshot. You get pulled far that back before you skyrocket up. So am I worried? Are we going to be, is it at the end? Did we lose? We've just gotten started, you guys. How long are you here for? You leaving in a few years off this planet? Where are you going? Got a long ways to go. If you signed up for this, remember? You signed up when you came to this planet. You signed up when you woke up for yourself and you started taking back your power. That's when you really signed up to do this. And not everybody can handle it, and that's okay. Not everybody can continue to take this in and out every single day. The projections, it's part of it. But you've done this before. You've done it many, many, many times in other lifetimes, maybe in other realities. And maybe you're remembering that now, how powerful you are. Because that's what I want to give back to you. That's what I will remind you, that no matter what happens outside of you, I've been saying it for years. Again, if you're new to my page, welcome. If you're not, you guys know the gist. All right? There's nothing outside of you that isn't within you. No one's coming to save you. Not even Trump. Yes, nobody is. Can he arrest some people? Sure, he did. A lot of human traffickers. He did a lot of things, a lot of executive orders that are still in play today. Just depends where you look. Depends how much time you take to research. So, of course, at the same time, no. That's where you got to save yourself. Not just from, something outside of you, someone to come lock you up or treat you as a slave, but to save yourself from your own mind. Save yourself from your own ego. Save yourself from your own limiting beliefs. Save yourself from the words that you put on yourself, the babble. That's the virus. I believe the virus in itself is words, is language, conscious language, in fact. So our whole world has been constructed out of the now moment and out of the progressive moving forward moment. That's where we're going to save ourselves, right? That's where we're going to save ourselves. From ourselves. From our old self, from our programs. It's like having our own computer and our computer's clearing our own virus. We're putting our own antivirus software in our own computers, not in our computer on our desk, right? That's freeing ourselves from the mind, right? Clearing that subconscious programming, all those patterns that the matrix lives in. The matrix exists and this reality exists because you allow it and you create it and you supply it and you demand it and the matrix supplies it. That's another thing that most people don't like to accept, is that this life in this world is based off a balance. It's a supply and demand. The matrix is made because we demanded it. We demanded money. Okay, here's corporate America. Oh, okay. Well, we demanded healthcare. All right, here's the pharmaceuticals. Oh, okay. We demanded entertainment. All right, here's sports in Hollywood. Oh, okay. So we manifested it. It's okay. We're now aware that we did. And once this awareness arises, as it has and is rippling out like wildfire, there's all over the world, if you guys haven't looked under a shell, there's complete protests happening right now. In America, it's a little bit tougher because we're a little bit more comfortable. We're a little bit more comfortable. We don't want to get our hands dirty. We don't want to speak our truth. We don't want to do something out of the normal because of what will come and what will happen. And that is scary. And that's very scary when you wake up because you're kind of all by yourself. And that's why the power of community is so important. The power of social media is so important because you can stay connected with like-minded people that have your best interests at heart. Maybe you've never even met them before. Some of you I connect with right now, I don't even know who you are. I don't even met you in person. But it doesn't stop. Doesn't mean I can. Doesn't mean we won't or we will. It's just what is. Right? So again, for those watching this, take a deep breath. We're just getting started. This battle has just begun. What Q did and all those Q drops, because it hasn't dropped in a month and a half. I don't think it'll ever drop again. It doesn't need to. It's done its job. All right? That's why when I say Q, it's a quantum lens. It's questioning things, zooming out, quantum entanglement, multiple timelines and realities. Some of y'all just thought it was just about, the whole movement, quote unquote. That's a Psy-op. No. By the way, we're in a psychological operation. We've been in before even Q came online. We've been in a psychological operation. So for those that are getting bashing as a Psy-op, it's wild because most don't even know what a psychological operation is. That's okay. Neither did I. So going forward, it's truly is remarkable. My tip and advice for you is to really hone in on what you can control more than ever. It's up to us. Always has been, always will be. We are the quote unquote elites. Because why? Because there's 99% of us. There's 1% of them. Bless them. I don't even know what they are anymore. So if you keep giving that power away, that someone controls your world and your life based on all the things in this matrix reality, it's because you choose to. You choose to let it control you, right? How can you choose to step away? What steps can you take? How can you stop funding a beast and feeding a matrix? We've been marked by a beast a long time ago. The moment we were docked with our birth certificates, that was the mark of the beast. It's everywhere. Your debit cards, your credit cards are marks of the beast. It's just words. It's words, 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 words. Yes, I posted my Telegram. It's on my bio. As soon as this is done, you guys can go to my bio, click Telegram, boom, it's there. We got almost 1,000 people on it. Amazing. I share little drops here and there. Like I said, for those that are in my Telegram, this is far from over. We're just getting cozy and we're just getting started. Not everybody's going to stay here this whole time, and that's okay. They come and go. All right. So to close this off, I just wanted to fill you guys in really quick. Please share this video if you feel called. Comment on it just to get this algorithm, because I want to start sharing more to you guys. I want to share more bigger picture stuff on how to take your power back. Things with health and nutrition, hydration, grounding, electromagnetism, spirituality, owning your own home-based business, being a part of a community. All right, letting go of limiting beliefs, these things that you can control. And as you start raising yourself at a higher vibration, we are manifesting and we are aligning with this new grid that is being put in place. Because there sure is. There's a huge grid that is being put in place to replace the old rigid matrix system. It's a grid that is transparent and eternal. It's infinite. There's no limitations. It's quantum. That's the Q lens. You guys getting it now? All right, match yourself in that vibration, match yourself in that state of being, and that's what you can choose. Start letting go of things you can no longer control. Start saying no to things that drain your spirit. Start being aware of things that take your energy. Build your energy, raise your energy. Okay, that was a bolt of lightning outside my window. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. And the best is yet to come. And the best is yet to come out better. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. It doesn't matter who said it first. You are the creator. You control these things. You are the president of your own country. That country lives within you. All right, you are Congress. You are all those fictitious things in the external world. Why? Because they don't want you to realize how powerful you are internally. They don't want you to realize you can manifest things out of thin air. They don't want you to realize that you can tap into multiple timelines and realities simply by closing your eyes, because that's considered taboo. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you, getting off your dopamine hits. They don't want us getting off alcohol and drugs. They don't want us relying on things outside of ourselves or inside of ourselves. No. Why? Because they can control you. Not with their hands, not with shackles and arresting, with your mind. You're mind controlled. We think outside the box. Time to speak outside the box. Speak outside your voice box. Don't let that box limit you. Speak outside of it. Speak through that box. Another lightning strike. This is awesome. This is really cool. Speak outside that box. Think outside that box. Build your energy. All right. Take care of yourself. Love people unconditionally. Ask questions. Save your energy too. Some of us try to expend energy by waking others up. At this point, you guys, you keep going. We keep going and we keep going. All right. Lead by doing. Lead by embodiment. Speak your truth. Take care of yourself. Things over and over and over. My guess is a lot of people who think these are psyops are still drinking alcohol every weekend. It's okay. It's your choice, not mine. A lot of people think these are psyops are still watching or playing video games every other day. It's all good. Your choice, not mine. You see, no one will ever meet you eye to eye because they're not even looking through their own set of eyes. All right? Look through your own heart. Look through your own mind. Free your mind. Free yourself from the matrix. You guys will be seeing, I'm going to be sharing a lot about the brain, a lot about the mind. It's been years now since I had my out-of-body experience. It's perfect. Everyone has their experience. Everyone has their awakening. And this Q stuff, oh my gosh, it is, if anything, is just getting started. The foundation's already laid. Everyone knows. That's the thing, everyone knows. Even those that are in control know. Even those that are playing mainstream media, they know. Oh, they do know. You can't stop it. That's why you can't stop what's coming. And some of you guys think it's, oh, you can't stop what Trump's about to do. No, he's a character in the movie. I'm not going to say he's a puppet because he did a lot of amazing things. I don't know if he's a puppet. I never will know, and I don't care. It's out of my control. Who cares? The message is already done. The awakening has already begun. It's already happened. We've actually hit a tipping point, believe it or not. Depends where you look. And then you zoom out and you tap into the spiritual world. And you realize that we are actually living in a world full of waves and particles. And if I look this way, that phone I'm pointing at that you can only see does not exist in my reality. It's a wavelength. The moment I turn and it becomes. Try it. Look behind you. You can't. Something is behind you. The moment you look, you see it. Then you don't see anything in front of you. But we're in the now space, we can see all things. All right? Frequency, energy, vibration. Stuff you ain't never going to learn. You'll learn from me. I'll teach you. I'll show you. I'll show you the things that have helped me change my life, that have brought financial abundance, health, wellness, mindset, clarity, affirmations, manifestations, feeling safe in my body, breathing patterns, clearing the nervous system, building community, empowering others, coaching, mentoring, and influencing. Y'all can do it. What you guys see on my page and you see in me, you already know how to do. You just need that little reminder, maybe that little boost, that little dot connection, that aha moment, which is maybe what you get on these lives. And there's more to come, all right? So much more to come. And this is where your gifts are being called. This is where your gifts are being called out right now because you signed up for this. You are an Avenger. You are a superhero. You are Superman, Superwoman, Wonder, whatever you want to call it. All those things in Hollywood is because they're you. They don't want you to realize that more lightning. They don't want you to realize that they are you. And the moment you do that, life gets a little bit better. And you realize, doesn't matter what happens in an Oval Office. Doesn't matter what happens in elections and voting fraud. And we all know it's fake and rigged anyways. Okay, I'm going to do something about it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, you accuse of Psy-op and it misled us and it played you all. Ha ha, look at you. You all got played. Coming from the guy laughing, drinking a Coke as his brain's getting siphoned by a dark energy eating thing. Come on, guys. We're better than that. We're coming out better than that, right? And I'm not saying everyone is like that. There are a lot of people who are still very silent right now because they're afraid to speak because they've seen people speak out on things and they get attacked. They get projected on, they get confused, they get manipulated. Who would want that? If you saw somebody on the corner of the street speaking their truth and every car drove by threw something at them, trying to hurt them, trying to break them, trying to mess them up, you're not going to the corner immediately and thinking, I'm going to do the same. No, I'm just not going to look. Okay, I'm just not going to look. When are you going to look? When are you going to speak? When are you going to join that person on the corner who's getting pummeled by hate? Because they're speaking truth that they know threatens the very existence that you've always thought to believe to be true. Right? Family calls you brainwashed. Go, boy. Yeah, that's why our brain is 85% water. Probably most of the people calling you brainwashed, their brain is full of nasty, nasty stuff. And we won't go down that wormhole in this live. Right? Nasty, nasty stuff. Remember, your brain is 85% water, you guys. If you're dehydrated, it's going to be tough to connect these dots. Brain is 85% water. If we're dehydrated, it's going to be hard to see a bigger picture. I learned that very, very quickly. And look at what's in the world today. Alcohol sales. Oh my gosh. Heavy metals, chemtrails, toxic poisoning, chemical cleaning products, agents, liquids that don't cross the blood-brain barrier. All right? Neural pathways that are stuck on loops, stuck hidden from trauma and PTSD. Probably from movies like horror movies that Hollywood made so they can keep you in a loop of fear. It's crystal clear. It's right there. They attack the brain. They attack the mind. It's psychological, mental, spiritual warfare. No guns, no planes, no ammos, no bullets. It's too much work for that. It costs too much. Why not just throw out a video or write Q is a psyop and let's attack the minds of people. Now all of a sudden, all the things they thought to believe true are now a psyop in itself, and now a conspiracy theory is a conspiracy theory, the conspiracy theory. That's exactly what they want you to do. It's what they want us to do. They want us to go, oh, you know what? Maybe I wasn't right all along because that one thing didn't happen on January 20th that I expected to happen, and so many of us thought would happen, and so many of us predicted that will happen, and nothing happened. Psyop, fake. We're fake. We're fake. Oh, guys. It's okay. We learned a huge lesson. All right, we learned a huge lesson. And for me, grateful for that, right? Grateful for that. So I hope this cleared up some dots. Again, I'm choosing to share those other quantum lens related things, so to speak, aka the wormholes and the conspiracies on my Telegram. I won't be sharing them on Come Out Better anymore. So for those that are interested in it, jump on the Telegram. I share tons of amazing stuff there. Like I said, drops and drops, not Q drops, because those are done, right? Those did their job. It's up to us now. It's up to us. Always has been. Q just reminded us that. Another lightning bolt. All right, so check out there, share this video, comment, tagging it, do some more coming up, but stay tuned for a lot of things. Yes, time doesn't exist. We're leaving the time and we're heading into space. Not outer space, the now space, where all things are possible. All things are possible. You gotta love these stages. You gotta love these waves. You gotta love these ups and downs. Q drops are not still happening. Maybe, unless I missed it. I'd be surprised if it was. I haven't seen anything new. There are people that could, again, there's psychological warfare. You're going to have all kinds of propaganda, misinformation, disinformation, confusion, trolls, shills. Guys, what does that mean? They're on the exit. It's already over. It's literally like just rattling before the whole collapse, the system collapses. And when something collapses, a new system is birthed. So we want to make sure that a new system is being created, and that's what we can control. That's what we can control. Take yourself out of the matrix. Start a home-based business. Work from home. All right? Go digital, not relying on a system. And if a pandemic hits, are you good? How can I be good? If a pandemic hits, how's your immune system? How can I boost your immune system up? All right? Up to the sleeping sheep, you'd be surprised how many of us are awake. You'd be surprised. Start making friends, start asking questions, start doing things that aren't really tied into the 3D world. Not going to find too many awake people at a bar. Maybe, not likely. Not going to find too many conscious people, watching mainstream TV or media. Maybe, not likely. Go to local communities, go to yoga centers, go to retreats, go to, just things maybe outside of your comfort zone, because that's where people are. I'm surrounded by a community of almost 500 people in our Wakewater co-community. It's the greatest thing ever. All right. It's the greatest thing ever. Yep. It's all a movie. Exactly. It's all a kava bar. There you go. Cleaning up the planet. So we have our Wakewater co-community. If you want to learn about that, message me. It's over 500 people worldwide. We talk about all things we all know in this community, what's going on in the world. It's a safe space, and that's why we created it. Tap into a local community near you, an online community, a group, a men's group, a women's group, a spiritual group, an awakening group. They're out there, you guys. You just got to look. I know it feels so alone and it feels so isolated at times, especially when you wake up. Trust me, I was on a beach crying for 3 hours the day I found Barry Soetoro. Wild stuff, right? Wild stuff. I lost a lot of friends. A lot of family stopped talking to me. I didn't know what to do. And I was able to find a community called The Wake. And The Wake turned my life upside down and inside out, and it helped me purge and process and clarify and conclude. And I came out better from it. And I'm truly grateful for it. So I'm going to extend this as an opportunity for you to reach out if you feel called. But this more is just for a reminder, and a reminder that to let go of expectations and assumptions, to start letting go of predictions of man-made linear time and accuracy. It'll happen when it does, not when we want it, when God chooses. And that is always perfect and divine, just as you are, because God is within you, both masculine and feminine energies, as so above, so below, as within is without. I am that I am, and so it is. All right, guys, comment, share this video. We'll see you on the next one. Best is yet to come. Trust the plan. When I say the plan, it's your plan, your divine timeline within, and you'll be surprised the magic unfolds. We'll see you guys next time. Much love.